Hi, everyone, and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. For those of you who are new, my name is Chanel. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read for all of you again. So this reading is intended for the sign of Sagittarius, and if you're watching for Sagittarius, you will want to reverse the roles because it's going to feel like I am speaking to you about your Sagittarius. We're taking a look at your love messages. Also, I'm going to start giving out free readings. It's super easy to participate. It's for my subscribers. So just make sure that you have subscribed to the channel and then click on the link in the description box so that you can give me your email address and your first name. And that way I can notify you when you win. All right. So Sagittarius, when I was shuffling your cards, it looked as though there was a situation that you were calling kind of a fail as far as the way it's gone. It seemed like you were starting to get into a space where you were thinking about how you sabotaged yourself in regards to love. And with the cards that I'm seeing here, it looks like perhaps in the past, you've had a habit of pushing people away on purpose. Because these cards are all talking about hiding your feelings, perhaps cutting people off very abruptly or ghosting people, feeling as though a situation can't work out for you. There's kind of this energy of like, nothing I do works or my relationships don't work. I feel like you spent a lot of time looking at what doesn't work. Thinking about chances that you could have been happy that you didn't take. But it feels like to me now you're trying to address what makes you behave the way you do in regards to love. And I feel like that's because you're kind of by yourself or you have been by yourself. So it seems like you were doing some thinking, right? About like, what role are you playing in your relationships? How are you showing up in your relationships? It feels like to me, there could be two people in your life that you reflect on, whether that's two relationships or you've tried something with one person 2 times. There's an energy of trying to understand what went wrong. And I feel like it's good because you're coming from a different angle, rather than looking at just like they did this and I did that and they did this and then this happened. You're kind of moving into this space where you're realizing that you can't control the people around you. All you can do is control yourself. And so it's almost like you're deciding what kind of person you want to be moving forward. How do you want to show up in your relationships next time the opportunity arises? As I'm looking at your energy, it feels as though there's something that you're returning to. Now, this could be just mentally, kind of how I was saying, it looks like you're doing a lot of thinking. But as I'm looking at what's coming towards you, you actually have a decision to make. So this could be between two people. This could be between a reconciliation and staying by yourself. There's an energy here of you weighing your options. It feels as though you are coming to the realization that certain situations in your life that perhaps you thought could not work actually could work if you just make adjustments to the way that you show up. Okay. So I like this energy for you because it feels like you're kind of identifying what the blockages are within yourself and starting to realize that perhaps you have some triggers that you've been letting govern the way that you love, right? Whether it's giving love or receiving love. And so there's kind of this energy of like, okay, well, in the past, I did this, but what if I revisit a situation and I try that instead, right? What if I do something different? I feel like this is coming about because you're starting to see the value of you. With that 4 of Cups in the reverse, sometimes that can talk a lot about pushing people away because you fear rejection yourself or because you feel like you're just going to disappoint them. So it's like easier to try to get people to leave, right? Like, I'm doing you a favor by kicking you out of my life. I'm doing you a favor by turning you off from me. I'm only going to hurt you in the end, right? I feel like somebody ended up taking you at your word And maybe that's not something that you're used to. It could be that you're very used to situations never really ending. So maybe you're like friends with all of your exes, right? But it feels like with this Emperor Empress combo, somebody ended up leaving. Somebody exited your life recently. And I feel like this is someone who isn't wanting to maintain contact or maintain a friendship. And so for you, that could have been the catalyst of like, well, usually when I don't work out in a relationship, I can be friends with people. So I still have access to them, or they're still a part of my life. Whereas this person, I feel like, has completely left. This is somebody who I feel like knows their value or their worth. And so they're not wanting to like keep dealing with situations that aren't going anywhere at this time in their life. And so it seems as though that's kind of the catalyst for you, right? Where it's like, whoa, I'm not even going to know what the future is like with this person. I'm not even going to know what they're doing or what they're thinking or how they're feeling. Like, I'm not going to have access to this person unless I do something different. Okay. Now, as I'm looking at how this is going to affect you, this is actually you getting into a space where your heart chakra feels like it's opening more and you're connecting to yourself. Now, perhaps in the past, you've said things like you don't want to be in a relationship or you want to be single forever. I feel like you're having a moment of like honesty within yourself where you're starting to remember things that you wanted before you became kind of jaded in regards to your love life. So maybe you were that kid that always wanted to get married and buy a house, or you would fantasize about traveling the world with your partner, right? There's an energy here of you coming to the realization that you actually really do want to be loved and you really do want to love someone in return. I think you've just struggled with trusting people because it looks like somebody really did a number on you in the past. So what I'll say about that is, when people take advantage of us, it is hard to trust, and if we don't take the time to be honest with ourselves about the way we feel, oftentimes we can move into energies like Four of Cups reverse, Seven of Wands, where we just shut people out, or we show people very unattractive sides of ourselves because it's easier to turn someone off, right, than to have to risk going through a separation or a betrayal or dealing with our emotions to be able to let our walls down. Okay. So don't be too hard on yourself because I feel like this is just human nature, right? Anytime we have unresolved wounding or trauma, it plays out in our relationships, and this could even be just like from your family of origin. Maybe you felt as though people didn't show up for you or they let you down. And so that's carried over into how you love as an adult. Now, as I'm looking at your opportunity, you have Ace of Cups. So there is an opportunity for reconciliation, 10 of Pentacles. Wow. There's actually an opportunity for a relationship if you want it. The difficulty, I feel like, is that whoever this is feels like they've seen this from you before. So I don't know if this is someone that you've had a tendency of being on the fence with or coming and going. This is somebody that you feel like, though, is your match, your divine partner, or your soulmate. So I guess, yeah, they're viewing this as an ending, and I feel like it's because you've tried with this person more than once. You may be fearing what would happen if you try to reach out to this person. I think this person right now would probably open to hearing what you say because the feelings have not gone away. But your advice is the King of Wands. So this is your energy, but this is also talking about taking action and showing this person who you are, right? Because they're very suspicious of you based on, it looks like the fact that you leave. So I don't know if you ghost or if you just have commitment issues, or if you make this person feel rejected. There's an energy of them feeling like you play games to try to get the upper hand in situations. So if you're coming to this realization of like, this is why I behave this way, I really need to work on this, it may be good for you to communicate that to this person, because it does look like there's a possibility of a reconciliation. It does look like this could become a relationship, but you're going to have to move into a space where you're actually like open about how you feel. But then you also have to become somebody who's consistent with your actions. Okay, with this King of Pentacles, King of Wands combination, because I feel like you haven't been in touch with your emotions throughout this relationship. And it's part of what the problem has been. There's also, Sagittarius, somebody else, I feel like on your end, that you are keeping in your life. And it could be that this person is kind of your shield or your buffer, because it's like no matter who you're with or who you try to be with, there's always someone behind you. This looks like an ex, so this could be someone that's just waiting for you to come back, and you keep that person in your life. And so that keeps you in kind of this third party energy all the time. And for that, I would say that you need to focus on one person and try to make it work with one person. You're being advised to walk away from this Queen of Cups in the reverse, because if you're always in the Two of Pentacles energy and it never feels like you're single, you're going to have a really hard time attracting a new person or working it out with whoever this Empress energy is, okay? So advice, go after what you want, but you're going to have to be very clear and see it for what it is, because regardless of how you feel about this person that it looks like you're trying to reconcile with, you've been treating them like an option. You get what I'm saying? And so they don't trust you right now. They're viewing this as needing to be over because it feels like to them the situation has not changed. Anything else? Yeah, just if I were you with this Four of Cups in the reverse, keep trying to figure out why you have a tendency to push people away. Because there is an opportunity for reconciliation here. It just doesn't feel like it, because I think whoever this other person is frustrated. To them, they're viewing your situation as being over because of this three. There's always too many people in your life, so this person doesn't feel as though they've been a priority to you. And I think with that Emperor-Empress combo, they really feel like you have the potential to be a great partner, but they also know their value, so they're not going to stick around somewhere that it feels like they're not wanted. Okay, let's get an oracle card for you. No place like home. Wow, 50. So this is a change, right? This is talking about doing something different. And the 5 is actually the Hierophant. So this is talking about addressing your commitment issues. This could be a twin flame dynamic because of the Emperor and the Empress. Let's see what you got. Authenticity, coming home to yourself, feeling at home, arriving at a place where you just fit, being comfortable in your own skin. Home feels safe and secure. It's a comfortable place to rest and create a place that is known and you can call yours. This card signals that your ability to trust yourself and feel at home in your own skin is beginning to solidify as you claim your dignity and integrity, aspects of yourself no one can take away from you. You know who you are. You hold your head high, yet with neither pride nor humility. Instead, you stand as the observer, seeing through the eyes of your soul. This puts you in a position of power and strength. Authenticity is your home. You're safe here in the house of your spirit and spirit. When I'm looking at your protection message, it's actually saying that there are times when what is familiar and known is not the best choice. So I feel like that has a lot to do with that Queen of Cups in the reverse energy, because that feels familiar, right? this felt like home, but there's a caution here. If you do what you did, you'll get what you got. Do the opposite of what feels right, even if it's uncomfortable, because what feels right is really what feels familiar. And you will attract and be drawn to the very things you don't want anymore. This time will not be different unless you do something different. And that's kind of that King of Wands, is like you're being advised to tap into your true self. Like, who are you? What do you truly want, right? Your relationship message says lovers, friends, and companion animals are at home in your life right now. You are in sync and full of love, and you can be secure in the knowledge that it is reciprocated. Relationships elicit a sense of emotional safety, comfort, and the best aspects of what's familiar to you now. Be home in this relationship. Together, you add love to the world. So I feel like Spirit is trying to tell you that you're safe. You're safe to love, but the hard part is you need to be open to being loved, right? You need to be open to receiving love. And it feels like you're kind of keeping this old energy in your life, maybe in hopes that that person will be able to heal the wounds that they've given you. But I feel like when people are really empty, Sagittarius, it's like they can't do anything for you, right? Sometimes the plan doesn't go the way you think it's going to. And sometimes, when you give someone a lot of love and they let you down, instead of that person magically changing and giving all this love back to you, Spirit will just bring someone into your life that's not empty, that can actually give you the love that would heal you, right? Let's get an oracle card. All right. What do we got? When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you've shared with those you love. Surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So it looks like you're being asked to focus on what makes you happy. It seems like with the Five of Pentacles and the reverse Two of Pentacles, you've been really focused on your finances or your career, and that's kind of a way to distract yourself from relationships. But it's time to start focusing on creating a life that's authentic and something that makes you feel really good, right? All right, Sagittarius, this has been your reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for all of you, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye.